Okay, this is 10.3 and we're going to be talking about a different transformation called a rotation. Okay, and just think of what the word rotation means. It means to rotate it around an axis. Okay, so circle the word to complete the sentence. When you rotate a shape, do you slide it, do you flip it, or do you turn it? Well, we know sliding has to do with translating. We know flip it has to do with reflection, so obviously it must be turning it for a rotation. Okay, so name a time when the hands on a clock show each angle. Well, 90 degrees is 3 o'clock. 180 degrees is at the very bottom of the protractor at 6 o'clock. 270 degrees would be the 9 o'clock position on your watch, and 360 degrees would be 12 o'clock noon or 12 o'clock midnight. Okay, so hands of a clock, 3, 6, 9, and 12. A semaphore is a signaling system that uses two flags in different positions for each letter or number. Aaron is drawing the semaphore signal for the letter I. He has drawn one of the two flags. To draw the second flag, he has to draw a rotation of the first flag 90 degrees. Okay, 90 degrees, CCW, counterclockwise. Okay, 90 degrees counterclockwise around the origin at 0, 0. How can he do this? Okay, first off, we have to know which direction is counterclockwise. This is the direction that a clock goes. We want to go the opposite direction, so we're going to be going this way. Okay, so 90 degrees means that we're going to move it from this quadrant 90 degrees down into this quadrant. Okay, so how do we do this? Aaron's flag is in quadrant 2. Which quadrant will the image be in after the 90 degree rotation counterclockwise? Well, it's in quadrant 2. He's going to be down in quadrant 3. So he'll be down in quadrant 3. Okay? So you can see here, there's 90 degrees counterclockwise. Trace Aaron's flag and cut it out. Include the handle, put your tracing on Aaron's flag, rotate it counterclockwise around the origin until the handles from the two flags form a 90-degree angle drawn on the rotation image. Okay, so you can get some tracing paper from your teacher, okay, and you can do it, or what you can do is you can use your protractor. So if you take your protractor and you were to put it on here and go make a 90-degree angle, okay, a 90-degree angle would be right through here. I'm going to just freehand it, but I kind of have an idea where the 90-degree angle is. This forms a 90-degree angle. I'm going counterclockwise in this quadrant, and you can see that when I line up with this point right here, that becomes my D prime. Okay? And then what I can do from there, from my D prime, is I can now draw my flag. Okay, that's that point there. I can draw my flag. Here I can do a 90 degrees from point C, from point A, and from point B. And I know point C lines up with point D. So if that's point D, that's D prime, and point C is going to be right here. There's C prime. Okay, and the flag, pretend the flag is just pivoting along this point right here. It's pivoting and it's coming down. I know that from point C, point B is going to be right here, and point A prime, there's point D, point A prime is going to be right here. So I can draw my flag like this here. There's C prime, D prime, this is B prime, and this is A prime. Okay, and here's where the dark part is on the top. Kind of draw it in a bit here. Okay, and you can see that this flag, pretend it's just pivoting along here and just flipping it down 90 degrees, and this is what it would look like rotated 90 degrees counterclockwise. Okay, so you can do it by tracing paper, or you can just use a protractor and a ruler. Okay, and make sure you get a 90-degree angle in here. And away you go. Okay, so example 1. How can you rotate this rectangle at 140 degrees clockwise around the center of rotation C? Well, there is a way to do it. It's around a fixed point. You need a protractor, you need a ruler, because we have to measure. So solution, join point W to point C, because that's the arm of rotation, that's the rotation angle. So you take a ruler, and as straight as you can, you're just going to connect that right there. And then you're going to put your protractor on here, and you're going to mark around 100, you're going to mark 140 degrees. Now 140 degrees is approximately right there. And then you take your ruler and you measure from this point to this point. Okay, and then you measure the same distance along here, and this becomes point W prime. So there's point W, that's point W prime right there. Okay, then you do the same thing for all the other points. You do the same thing for X, Y, and Z. Okay, so let's do X. So you take a ruler, connect X to C right here. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to make it 140 degrees. And so 140 degrees is going to be somewhere around here. And then you take this measurement from here to here and make the same measurement along there. And then that's going to be your X prime. Do the same thing with Y. Connect Y to C. Okay, go 140 degrees there. 140 degrees from Y. Okay, and it's going to be down here. And we connect Y. And we do the same thing to Z. And we go 140 degrees for Z. And it's going to be down. It's going to connect there. Actually, Y is probably down here. It's going to be there, and Z is going to be somewhere over here. So we connect all of those. And if you've not used your ruler and you've used your protractor properly, it's really hard for me here because I can't really do it. This becomes WX, and this becomes Y prime, and this becomes Z prime up here. So you can see that it looks pretty messy on mine, but if you use a ruler and a protractor and you do it properly, yours isn't going to be as messy as mine. Okay, and you get this mirror image, okay, this same image, not a mirror image, you get this same image, and it's rotated 140 degrees and flipped 140 degrees around that way. Okay, so from each point you connect it to the rotation point, mark off the angle 140 degrees, measure the distance that it is away from point C, mark it on that line that you did with your protractor, and then just connect the dots. Okay, it'll look a lot nicer than mine. So what single rotation could have been used to make triangle DEF prime from DEF? Okay, so there's our pivot point right there. Where's the center of rotation? Well, our center of rotation is right here. Okay, so that's F and F prime. Look at side DF, this side right here. What rotation angle did it turn through to make the corresponding D prime F prime? Okay, well, it could have gone from here all the way around to here. It could have been flipped all the way over, okay, because D flips all over to here, and then E would flip all the way back down to here. So what rotation angle? Looks like 180 degrees. What could the direction have been? Okay, well, it's flipping this way. That's clockwise. So what rotation could have been used to make triangle DEF prime? It would have been rotated 90 degrees. All right, CW for clockwise. Okay? All right, go ahead and try the practice ones.